This is the third chapter of The Crown and the Flame, Book 1. Chapter 3, The Ambush. Now playing as Kenna. In the woods outside the monastery, you and Gabriel hide with your weapons ready, waiting for Marco's assassins. We were lucky to get Dominic's message in time. Edgar has earned a lifetime of fresh meat. Heh, agreed. Now, anyone coming from Stormholt will have to come through this forest. We just have to wait. Suddenly, you spot 3 assassins creeping along the path. Knocking an arrow in your longbow, you pull back on your bowstring and focus on the first assassin. You notice the wind's blowing to the right. The wind's blowing right, so I'll aim to the left. You aim your arrow slightly to the left of the first assassin's head. I have you now. You fire the arrow, sending it flying into the head of the first assassin. It strikes with a sickening thunk. Herk! What was that? Who's out there? Knocking another arrow, you aim at the second assassin, but your view is obscured by trees. With the trees in the way, I should wait. He creeps past the trees, giving you a clear shot. Your arrow punctures a gap in his armor just below his breastplate. He falls to his knees, his hands grasping at his neck. Ah! The third assassin whirls around with his axe drawn. I see you, girl. I should fire another arrow. Your arrow zips through the air, piercing the assassin through the neck. Herk. Whew, +5 army. Kenna? It's done, Gabriel, +1 prestige. Assassins bleed. You killed the assassins on the path. The sound of horses galloping fills the forest. It can't be. Dozens more assassins rush through the forest, some on horseback, others marching on foot. Marco didn't just send assassins, he sent an entire army. We can't stop them all. The monks, we've got to get back to the monastery. We won't be faster than mounted soldiers. We've still got to try. Keeping to the shadows, you and Gabriel make your way back to the monastery. The monastery is in flames. Marco's soldiers swarm around it. But aren't the monks like warrior monks? Damn. I never imagined he'd send so many. They had us badly outnumbered. There's nothing we could have done. Do you think the monks made it out in time? They knew it might come to this. I'm certain they made it out. Oh no. From behind a pillar, you watch as 2 of Prince Marco's soldiers drag one of the monks forward. Where is the false queen? I do not answer to you. You know, I've never tortured a monk before. Will you hold out longer than a common man? Only one way to find out. I'll need my tools. Stay if you must, but I'm leaving. By being here, we're already going against King Luther's wishes. You mean we're following Prince Marco's orders? We both know the king didn't care for Marco's plan. Besides, the girl's not here. Which means she was warned. She knew we were coming. Fine, soldiers, take this man with us for questioning. No! We cannot allow this to happen. We don't have a choice. If we review ourselves, we risk everything the monks fought for. Gabriel. Yeah, I think you're wrong. I'm gonna save them. Drawing your weapon. Whoa, I didn't mean like that. Drawing your weapon, you race forward. Kenna, no! Maybe that was a bad idea. I thought we were going to pick them off slowly with arrows. Helene turns as you approach. So, the false queen was here all along. I knew it. No! Soldiers, kill them both. The soldiers turn their weapons on you. You drop one soldier, a second, a third. The fourth, though, drives the sword through the back of your leg. Ah! The pain forces you to your knees. Next to you, Gabriel howls and spins, and catches a spear through the back of his skull. Gabriel! Time to put an end to this. You're helpless as Helene looms over you. The last thing you see is her face as she stabs her sword through your chest. What a disappointment. You have died. Oh. You know, I never really thought dying was a possibility. Okay. Restart, I guess. We don't have a choice. If we reveal ourselves, we risk everything the monks fought for. Gabriel, you're right, we must flee. Okay, fine. Otherwise we die. We have no choice. As you and Gabriel creep through the forest, you breathe deeply, trying to block out your rage. Kenna, look. Edgar circles overhead. Ka! Hey, Edgar! Edgar is circling the monastery. Quick, call him now, before Marco's people see him. Dom's hawk will come if I whistle 2 short blasts. That's it. Edgar veers sharply and lands on your wrist. I knew I remembered it. Hello, old friend. At least we managed to save you. Brr. Oh, Edgar, never leave. And I've got a mission for you. I need you to take a message to Dom. At the temple, Bartel gazes out at the woods. Helene, did you see that? See what? That hawk, the way it just dove. Most peculiar. Everything about you is most peculiar. Focus on what matters. Later that night, you and Gabriel are camping out. The monastery is destroyed, the monks driven out, my training master captured, all because of me. You can't blame yourself. They knew the risk of keeping you hidden. Now you must be strong. The best way to honor the man who taught you to fight is to use what he taught you to defeat King Luther. I couldn't agree more. With Luther taking the bulk of his forces west, there won't be a better time to take back Stormholt. That's true, but what about Prince Marco's army? We have roughly 50 Rajkur monks. And now they have even more reason to help you against Marco. We also have Fidoria's promise, don't we? That's true. They've vowed to send 100 soldiers when the time comes. That's a start, but we'll need more, much more. What about my people? Your people will rally against the Navraki's family, but they are village folk. Blacksmiths and merchants, farmers and milkmaids. Then we'll find soldiers. Surely there are others who will stand against Prince Marco. And once we find enough soldiers to build an army, we'll need food, weapons, armor. I know, we'll need enough coin to pay for all that. And siege weaponry. Stormholt Castle's walls are impregnable. That's why your mother made it at the heart of her kingdom. Marco will be looking for us. We don't have much time. Where should we go first? I've heard rumors that the captain of your mother's royal guard made it out of Stormholt with many of his men. I remember him. His name was Leon. Captain Leon, right? Yes, that's correct. It hasn't been that long. There's no reason you shouldn't remember that. Last I heard, he was spotted roaming the grasslands, trying to avoid Luther's men. Then we've got to find him and convince him to join us. Edgar will relay our plan to Dom. Brr. I know Dom. He'll figure out a way to help us bring down Stormholt. Knowing Dom, he won't rest until he hands you back your crown himself. Now playing as Dominic. At the Stormholt Castle, you and Tristan are hauling kitchen supplies when a familiar cry sounds from above. Looking up, you see Edgar. Scree! Edgar! You whistle 2 short blasts. Edgar circles and lands on your arm. Pring! There's something tied to Edgar's leg. Is it from Kenna? Did your warning reach her in time? Pulling off the message, you release Edgar, but before you can read what Kenna wrote, a soldier spots you. What's this? A couple of lazy servants wasting time? We were just hauling these supplies to the kitchen. Looked like you were just standing around waiting for them to haul themselves. The soldier kicks over a basket of fruit. Best pick that up, boy. Now isn't the time to fight. I don't want him to spot Kenna's message. I've got to stay calm. Control your anger. Yes, sir, of course. You bend down to pick up the fruit. Looking at your hand, you see fire flickering along your palm. But you clench your fists and take a deep breath. The fire disappears as though pulled back into your hand. I was able to control it. Sorry for taking your time, sir. You'd better be. Now get out of here. In the kitchen. That was close. Did you manage to hold on to the message? Right here. Let's see what it says. Now is the time to act. Before the winter thaw, I will return to attack Stormholt and take back our home once and for all. It's really going to happen, isn't it? Tristan? It's too early to get cocky. Yeah, let's be careful. Of course, but we'll do everything we can to make it happen. We've got to. You and Kenna, you were close, weren't you? As close as an abandoned orphan and a princess were allowed to be. Doesn't sound very close to me. It wasn't, usually. We never got to spend more than a few minutes alone together. Gabriel was always looming over us like an angry guard. Angry guard dog. But there was this one time. I'd gone to the Beltane festival by myself, and there she was. She'd disguised herself as a peasant girl, but I'd recognize Kenna anywhere. You went to the Beltane festival with the princess? You feel your face grow hot and look away quickly. It wasn't like that. I mean, we didn't go together, but you were there, together, at the Beltane festival. They say a girl's as likely to kiss you as look at you at Beltane. Now's your chance to relive one of Dom's most precious memories. Help Kenna make the most of her one night of freedom. Was this the night that friendship blossomed into something more? We did go to the festival together, but I am poor, so I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, we have bigger things to deal with right now. Like preparing for Kenna's attack. Now playing as Kenna. After 2 days of hard riding through the grasslands. Are you sure Leon and his men are around here? Rumors and gossip are all we have to go on. Mercenaries don't set up long in one place unless there's profit in it. Wow, I messed that up. Rumors and gossip are all we have to go on. Mercenaries don't set up long in one place unless there's profit in it. So a man and a woman appeared, and the woman says, "Stop right there. What are you two doing here?" "I recognize that armor. That's Stormholt armor. You're familiar with this armor? If you're a Stormholt soldier, you must be loyal to Captain Leon." "I was a Stormholt soldier, but there's no Stormholt anymore, not in any way that matters. I ride for myself now." "This is all very entertaining, but you're suspiciously close to our encampment. You think we'd last long out here if we'd let just anyone wander in?" "This is a misunderstanding." "Well, we do want to see their leader, so yeah." "Demanding, aren't we? Well, you're in no position to ask for anything. Hand over your weapons." "What?" "This is our territory. Here, you do what we say. Or, here, you do what we say. Now." Oh, that's the end of the chapter. You killed the assassin in the forest. You kept the details of your night with Kenna at Beltane Festival a secret from Tristan. No change in allies. Prestige 15 out of 20, power 8 out of 8, weapons 5 out of 10, allies 10 out of 15, troops 3 out of 5, significant choices 20 out of 30. Army score 61 out of 88. And that's it.